Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Angel and today we are going to be talking about more Dollar Tree Christmas DIYs. Dollar Tree has so many amazing products this year and I was so excited to do some more projects from all Dollar Tree materials. I'm really excited to share these with you guys and let's get started. My first project is these cute little nutcrackers I got from the Dollar Tree. This year's version is plastic and the ones from last year are wood, so I decided to give them all a makeover. The first thing I did was remove all their hair and sit it to the side because I planned to glue it back on. Then I just took some flat white Rust-Oleum spray paint and gave each of them 2 coats. I love this spray paint because it sticks to everything. Once they were completely dry, I just hot glued their hair back on. I think they turned out great and it's an easy way to freshen up Dollar Tree nutcrackers. I bought this sign this year from Dollar Tree and I thought it would be perfect to make a double-sided holiday sign. You can use any sign you want though because Dollar Tree always has a great selection for the holidays. I just flipped it over and gave it a coat of flat white paint. Then I'm going to use these letter cutouts Dollar Tree carries to spell the word home. I'll be using one of my Dollar Tree Christmas ornaments to trace over for the O. Once you have the word aligned the way you like, you're just going to trace around your letters. You could also use Dollar Tree poster stickers as well if you prefer, but I wanted my letters painted on. I did leave a gap at the top of my sign because I want to add some twine at the end. Once I have my letters and my tree traced, I'm just going to go back in with this paint marker, also from the Dollar Tree, and retrace the letters. This paint marker is technically for glass, but it works great for anything. You could also just use a Sharpie as well. Next, I'm going to take one of my small sponge brushes and some of my black chalk paint and fill in the letters very carefully. I'm going to mix some green, brown, and a small bit of black for my Christmas tree. I also used a small paintbrush for the tree since it has more details. While the paint is still a little damp, a trick I like to use to get rid of brush strokes is to take a cosmetic sponge from Dollar Tree and lightly dab over the paint. If you take too much paint off, you can always add a bit to the sponge and put it back into those areas. Then I just went in with some yellow paint on the star. I also went back in with the sponge technique to add in some white paint to my tree to give the look of snow. You just want to make sure your sponge is not soaked in paint. Dip it in the white paint and then dab it on paper or a paper towel to get the excess paint off. If you add too much to an area, just take a dry paper towel and very gently wipe the area. And finally, I just glued some twine and made a little bow for the top part. I didn't wrap the twine around the sign because I want to be able to use the other side of the sign for Halloween still. I picked up these alphabet blocks in the toy aisle a few months ago and thought they'd be perfect for this snowman DIY. I'm just going to take some matte white paint and a small sponge brush and give 6 blocks 2 coats each. Then I'm going to take my black chalk paint and paint 2 of the blocks. Next, I'm just going to cut out 2 circles from some black construction paper. Now I'm just taking some of my black paint and distressing the edges of the blocks. I'm just going to hot glue my snowmen together. I'm just going to use my black paint marker to draw the snowman's eyes and mouth, and some of my copper metallic paint for their noses. And finally, I'm just going to take some buffalo check ribbon from the Dollar Tree and make them scarves. I always wanted to make a lantern from the Dollar Tree, so I picked up 4 of their frames, took them all apart, and just used my Rust-Oleum flat white spray paint and gave each frame 2 coats. Once they're all dry, I'm going to be using these wooden dowels from Dollar Tree as well. I cut them down to fit across the frames diagonally, then I just hot glued them in an X on the inside of the frames. Once I finished each frame, I simply hot glued them together. I also took some painter's tape and just secured the sides together until they were completely dry. You can put anything you wish into these cute little lanterns, but I just threw some scented pine cones and some ornaments in mine. Last but not least, I decided to take some of my old ornaments from last year and give them a makeover with this yarn from Dollar Tree and this rope from Walmart. But Dollar Tree also carries rope as well. This is a super easy way to recycle your old ornaments, and all you have to do is just start gluing and wrapping. For the top part, you can just use a little glue as you go, but to keep the shape at the bottom of the balls, you'll need to glue often so the rope or yarn doesn't slip. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss out on any of my future videos. Bye!